welcome back to Hot Girls Eat Carbs. I'm your host, Brittany McChrystal, and this is your safe space of the internet where we chat all things health, wellness, and sustainable weight loss. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry that this podcast has been up a little bit late. It has been such a crazy week. Like, if you were to see the state of my apartment that we moved into right now, you would be like, okay, I totally understand. I am sitting in our spare room right now on the floor, and there is just stuff all around me. My microphone is attached to a half set of drawers that Josh has half put together, and it's basically shambles. Like, we still have no furniture. We have a bed, we have like a few kitchen things, but everything's taking so long to come, and like I also just feel like I want to be really particular with the items that we buy for the house. I don't want to just like overbuy things because I just really want the space to be ours. I want it to be special. You know, like when we were in Thailand, we had houses there, we were renting them all, but it always came furnished, so I had no furniture there. So it is kind of refreshing coming here, like completely starting from scratch, but oh my gosh, it's so expensive, guys. Like my wallet has taken a beating and my house is still empty. So if anybody has any recommendations of cool homeware places that are affordable, please DM me them. I'm looking on Marketplace for a few things, but they go so quickly, and I'm like, I've got trust issues, okay? I've got trust issues with Marketplace. I've heard so many horror stories, and I'm just a little bit nervous, but I'm totally happy to buy things secondhand. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a little bit of a rundown, and I'm going to jump into today's episode. But before we dive in, if you like this podcast, please make sure that you give it a follow and share this podcast with a friend. It helps more women find this cozy little corner of the internet where we can chat all things health, wellness, and sustainable fat loss. Okay, today we are getting into something that I know is going to take so much pressure off your shoulders. It's your first 30 days of fat loss, what it actually matters and what doesn't, and how to stop overwhelming yourself before you even start. This episode is basically the episode I wish someone gave me when I was a bit lost, confused, and thinking I had to track like a robot, train like an athlete, and say goodbye to carbs forever. Spoiler alert, you definitely do not have to give up carbs. The biggest mistake that women make in their first 30 days, I want to start here because there's a pattern, and I've seen in almost every client who joins my coaching. The first month is where women either build momentum or burn out. And the reason so many people burn out is simple. They try to change everything at once. Suddenly you're waking up at 5 a.m., doing fasted cardio, cutting out bread, tracking every calorie, drinking 3 liters of water every day, doing a 30-day clean eating challenge, buying green powders, journaling, meditating, cutting sugar. Literally the list goes on and on and on. But, babe, nobody can keep that up. Your first 30 days are not about perfection. They're about getting your foundations right, so your results feel doable in the long term. Now, I need you to lean in for this part because this is the secret. This is the part that nobody talks about. Why? Because it's too boring for a 15-second TikTok video. It's not a 7-day shred. It's not a miracle detox. It's not a lose 10 kilos in 1 week headline. It's the quiet, consistent, day in, day out stuff that, oh, by the way, is the only thing that actually gets you long-term sustainable results. This is the foundation. This is the concrete. And we're not building a house that's going to fall over, right? So what are these boring baseline habits? Let's run through them. First, it's eating enough protein. This is always number one, and I know, babe, you've probably heard this a million times before. Before we ever talk about taking food away, we talk about adding in the good stuff. Protein is your hot girl macro for a reason. It's what keeps you full. It's what keeps you satisfied, and it's what builds and maintains your muscle, giving you that toned look. And it's what stops that 3 p.m. I will fight someone for a cookie blood sugar crash. Your homework isn't to be perfect. It's just to ask at every meal, where is my protein? That one simple question will change everything. Second, hitting a realistic step target daily. I cannot stress the word realistic enough. This is not that girl energy that's telling you to get 15,000 steps before 7 a.m. on a Monday. This is your new life energy. If you're at 3,000 steps right now, your goal is not 15,000. Can you aim for 8,000? Can you just commit to a 20-minute hot girl walk on your lunch break? This is your non-negotiable you time. It's for your head as much as it is for your body. It's low impact, it's free, and it's so effective. Third is keeping your meals simple and consistent. Babe, you do not need to be a gourmet chef. You do not need a new complicated aesthetic looking recipe for every single meal. That is a one-way ticket to burnout. This is about removing decision fatigue. Find 2 to 3 breakfasts, 2 to 3 lunches, and 3 to 4 dinners that you actually like, that are easy to make, and that are built around that protein we just talked about. My breakfast is the same thing like 90% of the time. Is it boring? Maybe. Does it mean I start my day perfectly on track with zero effort? Yes. And we love that for us. Fourth, the boring 3. Drinking water, sleeping, and actually eating food that makes you feel good. I'm lumping these together because they're free accelerators. They are the habits that make everything else easier. You cannot outtrain a bad night's sleep. You will have more cravings, you will have less energy, and you won't have the willpower to make the good choice when you're exhausted. Prioritizing your sleep is the most hot girl high performance thing you can do, period. And water? Just get a cute water bottle and keep it on your desk. And the last one, eating food that makes you feel good. Yes, that includes carbs. This is Hot Girls Eat Carbs for a reason. This isn't about eating 1,200 calories a day of diet food that leaves you miserable. It's about eating enough food. It's about eating your whole foods, your protein, your veggies, your healthy fats, and the carbs that give you energy, and the piece of chocolate that satisfies your soul. If you just mastered those things, not perfectly, but consistently, you would already start losing fat, building energy, and feeling amazing, all without doing anything extreme. Think about this first month as your setup month. You're not failing because you didn't lose 5 kilos. You are winning if you just get in the rhythm. You are creating the routine, the new normal, and that is going to carry you through the next 6 months and the next year. Don't rush it and don't overcomplicate it. The boring work is the real work, and that's the foundation that we're building. So this brings us to part 2, and it's one that's going to free so many of you. This is aiming for consistency, not intensity. Can we just talk about this? We all get that day one energy. We're hyped up. We're motivated. We're like, this is it. I'm changing my whole life today. So on Monday, we do a 2-hour workout. On Tuesday, we do a 10K run. On Wednesday, we're back for a HIIT class. And by Thursday, we are so sore that we can barely walk. We're exhausted and we're already dreading the next workout. And here's the hard truth. If you're doing 5, 6, 7 workouts a week, but you're so burnt out that you can't maintain it past week 2, it doesn't matter. If you're forcing yourself to hit 10,000 steps every single day, and then you have a busy week at work, you crash, you're exhausted, and you drop to 2,000 steps for the next 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. That all or nothing intensity is just diet culture in a different outfit. It is the hero mindset, and you know what? Your body doesn't want a hero for 1 week. It wants a partner every single day. So in this first month, your only job is to find a level of consistency that feels, and this is the word, realistic. Not impressive, not sexy, not look at me on my Instagram story worthy, just doable. So what does doable actually look like? It could be 3 workouts a week. 3, not 6. And maybe one of them is just a 20-minute Pilates video in your living room. That still counts. It could be 7,000 steps, not 10,000, not 15,000. A consistent 7,000 steps a day in and day out. It's a million times more powerful than just one random chaotic 15K day, then followed by a week of nothing. It could be just focusing on that one baseline habit we talked about, like protein at breakfast, and that is it. That is your win for the week. It's those simple, boring meals that you can repeat without even thinking about it. And honestly, guys, I have to touch on my consistency throughout being in Melbourne here. I haven't been able to get to the gym every single day, but I've done one small thing that's made me feel good. And when I've had a chance, I've been able to get outside. Last week, I only worked out 3 times a week, and that was a mix of going for a short run, doing 1 Muay Thai session and 1 gym session. But they weren't long sessions, but at least I was doing something and it made me feel good. And I just want to say one more thing. I need you to hear me on this because please listen to this one. You are a woman with a job, a life, friends, hormones, a social schedule, and a Netflix queue, can I add? You have to build a routine that fits inside that life, not one that demands you to blow up your entire life just to fit it. Stop trying to impress the internet and stop trying to be intense. Start trying to be consistent. Because that is the real hot girl move. And that's what gets you results that actually finally stick. Now, I want to normalize something else, and you guys are probably not going to like me for this. But it is normal for the results to be slow. I want to say that again. It is normal for the results to be slow. We are all so conditioned by diet culture and by social media and by 30-day shreds to expect this massive overnight transformation. We're promised that if we just starve ourselves and kill ourselves in the gym, that we'll have a new body in a month. And I'm here to tell you that that is the biggest lie in the wellness industry. That first month is not your big reveal month. That is your relearning month. This is the month where your body is just learning your new routine. It's learning to trust you again. So let's talk about what really happens. You might see a small drop on the scale in the first week, and you might see nothing. You might, and please hear me on this, you might even see the number go up a little bit as your body holds onto water from a new workout or eating more fiber. And that's the moment where the old all or nothing voice in your head will scream, "See, it's not working. I'm doing all this work for nothing. I may as well quit." I need you to be able to look at that voice and say, no, this is normal. In your first 30 days, your real results are almost never on the scale. Your real results are the things you feel. They are the non-scale victories. They sound like, wow, I woke up before my alarm today and I didn't feel like a zombie. My pants feel comfier. They're not tight. I had the energy to actually cook dinner instead of just ordering in. I feel lighter, I feel less bloated, and I feel more in control. Those are the signs that it's working. The visual changes, they are the lagging indicator. Your energy is the leading indicator. Your body is not a machine. It's not an Excel spreadsheet where you type in a calorie number and it spits out a weight. It's a complex, beautiful system. It's responding, it's adapting, and it's learning. Oh, and we're getting protein every day. We're getting water. We're sleeping. Okay, maybe I don't need to hold on to all of this energy for dear life. Maybe I can relax and maybe I can let go. That conversation takes time. So please do not let a slow first month convince you that it's not working. The first month is work. It's the foundation. If you can just stay consistent, not perfect, consistent, and trust me, that boring routine, month 2 and month 3 are where the real magic kicks in. That's where the foundation is set. That's where your body trusts you. And that's when it's finally ready to show the visual results of all of that quiet, consistent work. Your job in month 1 is not to get a new body. Your job is to build trust. Trust the process, trust your body, and just keep going. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about calories. Food quality and awareness matter more than calories in your first 30 days. Most of us jump straight into obsessively tracking every single calorie in an app and aiming for the lowest possible number we can survive on without ever fixing the actual problems with our eating. So in the first 30 days, I actually care much less about your exact calorie number and so much more about these questions. Are you building a balanced plate? Are you just eating a sad, dry salad for lunch? Or are you building a hot girl plate? That means, where is your protein? Where are your healthy fats for your hormones? And where are your carbs? Yes, your carbs for energy. Where is your fiber, your veggies, to fill you up and make you feel amazing? You could be within your calories, but if you're eating 1,500 calories of snack bars, you're going to feel like trash. We are focusing on quality first. Number 2 is, are you eating regular meals? This one is huge. Are you one of those girls who forgets to eat all day, runs on caffeine and adrenaline, and gets home at 6 p.m. and eats everything in the kitchen until you go to bed? That's not an overeating problem, babe. In month 1, we practice a rhythm. We teach our body to trust us. We eat breakfast. We eat lunch. We eat dinner. We stabilize our blood sugar so we can get off that starve, binge, repeat roller coaster. And are you snacking because you're starving? Let's reframe snacking. Snacking isn't bad. Snacking is just data. If you are absolutely ravenous by 10 a.m., it's not because you love snacks. It's because your breakfast wasn't right. It probably didn't have enough protein or enough substance. Your snack attack is a symptom, not the problem. We fix the meals and the out of control snacking just disappears. Are you eating enough volume foods? This is the best part. This is where you get to eat more. Volume foods are just veggies, spinach, cucumbers, broccoli, berries. You can add 2 huge handfuls of spinach to your eggs or your pasta, and it adds so much volume and fiber to your plate for almost no calories. And it's what makes you feel full and satisfied, not like you're on a diet. And finally, are you nourished, not restricted? This is the whole vibe. This is everything. Diet culture is designed to make you feel small, weak, and hungry. This is about making you feel energized, powerful, and abundant. We're adding in water, adding in protein, adding in veggies, and we are fueling our bodies. So hear this. You do not need to track every calorie in 1 month, unless you genuinely want to. If you love data, if you're a numbers girl, then go for it. But if tracking makes you feel obsessive and crazy, you have full permission to ditch it for the first month. Because here is the final truth bomb. Most women do not have an overeating problem. They have an undereating, inconsistent, and low protein problem. You've spent years trying to survive on 1,200 calories, crashing, binging on the weekend, and then feeling guilty and starting over on Monday. Your body is confused. It's in a survival mode. The fix isn't more restriction. The fix is consistency. The fix is good enough food. The fix is protein. Fix that first. Let your body relax and let it learn to trust you. You can fine-tune the calories later. In 1 month, we are just focusing on nourishing. Now we want to talk about what does not matter in your first 30 days. So we've talked about what you want to do. Now let's talk about what not to do, because this is my favorite part, because this is where we take all of that pressure right off your shoulders. This is your official permission slip to ignore all the complicated, overwhelming noise. And here's what you do not need to nail in month 1. First, perfect macros. Okay, you do not need a perfect 40-30-30 split. You do not need to be obsessing over whether your fats were 5 grams too high in the first month. Only our macro crush is protein. Just focus on getting your protein in. The rest of the details we can fine-tune way later, even if we need to. Second, a perfect workout split. You do not need to be doing a push-pull legs routine 6 days a week. If you go from 0 to 100, you will burn out. We are aiming for consistency and not a gold medal in intensity. Third, 0 cravings. Can we just normalize this? You're human. You have hormones. You have a life. You are going to have cravings. Cravings aren't a sign of weakness. They are data. They're just your body's way of whispering, hey, I might be a little tired, or hey, I didn't get enough carbs at lunch. You don't need to fight them. You just need to listen to them. Fourth, 10 out of 10 motivation every day. This is the biggest lie. Motivation is a feeling. It's a fleeting, sparkly, unreliable friend. You cannot build a lifestyle on a feeling. You build a lifestyle on routine, and you build it on habits. You build it on commitment. You're not going to feel motivated every day, and you don't need to. You just need to lean on your simple routine. Fifth is cutting carbs. Do you even know what podcast you're listening to? This is Hot Girls Eat Carbs. We are not cutting carbs. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Carbs are your energy. They are your brain fuel. They are your mood booster. We are not fearing them. We are fueling with them. Sixth, tracking everything perfectly. Did you forget to track your dinner? Who cares? Did you go over your calories by 100? It doesn't really matter. We're using tracking as a tool for awareness, not a weapon to beat ourselves up with. We are not aiming for a 30-day perfect streak in MyFitnessPal. We are just practicing. And finally, rapid weight loss. If you see this advertised, I want you to run in the other direction. Losing 5 kilos in your first week is a red flag. It's water weight, it's inflammation dropping, and it's not sustainable. And we are not playing this game anymore. Your first 30 days are about the basics, the boring stuff. the unsexy day in, day out consistency. You gave us the perfect metaphor. Think of it like building the foundation of your dream body. You don't decorate the house before you pour the concrete. Month 1, we are pouring the concrete, and that is it. Now, this is the mindset shift that changes everything. If there is one thing that I want you to take away from this entire episode today, it's this. You don't need to earn your results. You need to support them. Let that sink in for a second. For years, diet culture has told us we have to earn our food through a brutal workout. We have to earn a day off by being good all week. And we have to earn our after photo by punishing our before body. We've been taught that this has to be a fight. You don't need to fight your body. You don't need to punish yourself for eating. And you don't need to be perfect. And you don't need to hate yourself to being thin. You just need to build a routine that your body can trust. When you show up consistently in these small ways, when you feed yourself protein, when you get your steps in, when you go to bed, you are sending a new signal to your body. You're taking it out of that fight or flight survival mode that it's been in for years. And you know, that mode where it clings to every calorie, it screams for sugar or for a quick hit of energy, and runs on stress hormones? When you're consistent, your body starts to feel safe. And your body that feels safe, that's where the magic is. A safe body is safe to let go of fat. A safe body is safe to lower stress hormones. And a safe body is safe to build habits and have stable energy. For so long, you've probably felt like your body is the enemy. Like she's been betraying you. But she's not. She's just been trying to protect you. Your body isn't the enemy. She's been waiting for you. And she's waiting for you to meet her halfway. And this first 30 days, this is you. You're walking out to meet her. Okay, so I can't leave you on all of the feels. I want to give you a real tangible plan. If you're listening to this and you're like, okay, yes, but what do I actually do? Here it is. This is your hot girl 30-day starter plan. It's simple, realistic, and you can start writing it down and start today. Here are your daily goals. This is your new rhythm. 1 balanced breakfast. Start your day with protein. It'll help with your blood sugar, and this will win the morning. Make 1 other meal, lunch or dinner. It needs to be a protein-focused plate. 7,000 to 9,000 steps. This is your hot girl walk. This is your time. Your non-negotiable. 2 to 3 liters of water. Get a cute water bottle. This is your free energy boost. Veggies in. At least 2 meals. We're adding in all of the good stuff, fiber and volume. And eat every 3 to 4 hours. This is how we build trust. No more starving all day. We are fueling. It also helps regulate your hunger hormones so it knows when it's time to eat and when it's time to not. And 1 small habit that makes you feel good. This is your anchor. Maybe it's 5 minutes of journaling, stretching before bed, or reading a book. It's just 1 small promise. And here are your weekly goals. This is your support system. I want you to do 3 workouts you actually enjoy. And enjoy is the key word. A walk, a Pilates class, a dance party in your kitchen. It's just 3. And 1 food shop that supports your goals. You can't eat the good food if it's not in your house. 1 hour of meal prepping or planning. This is not a 6-hour Sunday cook-off. This is just prepping your oats, washing your fruit, and grilling some chicken. It can be super simple. And lastly, 1 check-in with yourself. How did the week feel? What was your biggest win? That wasn't on the scale. And what are you going to do next week? That is it. Do this for 30 days. Not perfectly, but consistently. And you will be blown away by how good you feel. Your first 30 days don't need to be extreme. They just need to be honest and consistent. You're building a lifestyle that the future you is going to thrive in. And if you want support, and if you want accountability, and if you want a personalized plan and someone in your corner reminding you of your power, my one-on-one coaching spots are open. Come join the girls who are changing their lives in the most sustainable, balanced way. The link is right in the show notes. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it or send it to your group chat. And as always, I am so proud of you, and I will talk to you in the next episode.